Okay, let's talk about networking. But wait, not the kind you're probably thinking of, the transactional business card swapping kind. We're going to explore how just a few small, deliberate shifts in how you approach it can completely re-architect your connections, turning what feel like simple conversations into real, actual opportunities. So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You go to a networking event, you're busy the entire time, but you walk out the door feeling like nothing really happened. You're not any more informed or inspired or connected than when you walked in. It's a super common feeling, and believe me, there's a reason for it. Well, that feeling, it comes from a simple, almost predictable pattern that I call the networking comfort trap. Let's break down what it actually looks like, because I have a feeling it's a sequence we all know a little too well. It starts the second you walk into the room, right? Your eyes scan the crowd, and then you spot a familiar face. Whew. There's this immediate sense of relief. You found your safe harbor, a place to land. So you head over, say hello, and the conversation just flows. It's so easy. There's no awkward intro, no digging around for common ground. It's just comfortable. And before you know it, you glance at your phone and 15, maybe 20 minutes have just vanished. And why wouldn't they? There was zero friction, no social risk at all. And that ease, it feels productive, doesn't it? We feel like, hey, we're connecting, we're talking. But this is where the hidden cost starts to creep in. Because while you were in that cozy, comfortable bubble, the clock was ticking. Every single minute you spend just reinforcing what you already know, well, that's a minute you're not spending discovering something brand new. That familiar chat isn't useless, of course not, but it rarely, if ever, expands your world. So what's really going on here? Let's dig into the hidden cost of all this ease. It's a trade-off we're all making, probably without even realizing it, but it has a massive impact on the value we get out of these events. This quote just nails it. We all make this common mistake. We confuse comfort with value. We assume that because a conversation is easy, it must be effective. But they are two totally different things. Think about it like this. On one side, you have comfort. It's familiar, right? It reinforces what you already believe, and it's just plain easy. But then, on the other side, you've got opportunity. And that's new. It stretches you a bit, and it requires you to be deliberate. Real growth, the kind that actually changes things for you, that happens on the opportunity side of the street. Okay, so if comfort is the trap, how in the world do we escape? The good news here is that you don't have to become some super extrovert overnight. Not at all. It's all about a simple but really powerful shift in your mindset, a shift towards something we'll call deliberate connection. So what is deliberate connection? It's really just this, prioritizing intentional movement over just going with the natural, easy flow. It's about consciously deciding, you know what, I'm going to make one move that's just a little bit outside my comfort zone. And this might be the most important part of this entire mindset shift. If you look down and realize you've only talked to people you already know, do not beat yourself up. That's not a failure. Think of it as a signal, like a friendly little alarm bell that's prompting you to make one small change. So, you get the prompt. How do you act on it? How do we make this idea practical? Well, it comes down to a really simple 3-step action plan that you can use the moment you notice you're stuck in that comfort trap. It's really this simple. First, you just notice the signal, that feeling that you're in the comfort zone. Second, and this is so crucial, you move physically, politely excuse yourself, maybe go grab a drink, but literally walk to a different part of the room. Break that inertia. And third, you just lead with curiosity. And leading with curiosity doesn't mean you need some perfect, witty opening line. Seriously, you don't. You can join a small group and just ask something open and respectful. So, what brought you all to this event? Or, what's a challenge you're working through right now? These kinds of questions just instantly invite a more meaningful conversation. Now, I know this might sound like a lot to remember, but what if I told you that all of these ideas, the comfort trap, the mindset shift, the action plan, it all boils down to one incredibly simple and powerful rule. Your new goal, your new magic number is this: 1. Just 1. That's it. It's manageable, it's not intimidating, and it is completely achievable every single time you walk into a room. Just set this one simple rule for yourself. At any event, your goal is to have at least one conversation with someone new. That's the whole game. It doesn't have to be the CEO. It doesn't have to be the most important person there. Just one new person.
Because that single, deliberate decision to have one new conversation that will expand your perspective and your opportunity more than staying comfortable ever will. It's the simplest way to start re-architecting your connections. Definitely something to think about for your next event.